Girl, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Betty can't hug somebody walking away. Aunt Lisa is over it. Stormy and Courtney talk about how they were able to handle inventory when it was just the two of them. But now they got this big old team and nobody's communicating, letting them know what they need to know to make sure that everything stays afloat. And I just kind of feel like y'all love passing the buck. But all you have to do is pay attention to what's going on. Stormy are doing a lot of things in their personal life for a storyline. Martell goes to therapy. He likes being able to be honest without judgment. I was like, that's the good thing about therapy. The only problem for me is that I feel like with a man like Martell is only going to use therapy so that he can manipulate people better. They can keep acting like the mama was out there working all of the time, but I don't believe that. I think that Miss Marlene was out in the streets. He says the way he takes care of her, if he does things for her, he gives her things, he expects her to do what he asks her to do. And I need for you to understand that it doesn't matter what you're doing for your mom. She can still tell you no. When at the end of the day, you're just a scammer and your brother was a drug dealer. But y'all are both not doing anything in life to get the life that you want. You're trying to cheat code it. I want Martell to get it out of his head of expecting anything from his daddy. His daddy ain't and you're just going to have to accept that he ain't Kimmi and Maurice go out on a date. He feels like because you have a vagina, you're supposed to do all the cooking and cleaning. And if I were you, it's either you're going to continue to be the maid he wants you to be, or you're going to stop doing it and let him do it for himself. She says, I need help. He says, no, you don't need my help. I need your help. No, you don't need my help. Okay. Well, if I don't need your help, what are you here for? What use do I have for you? Because you don't want to get right now, so the goes out the window. He doesn't cook, he doesn't clean, and most of the conversations y'all have are infuriating because he thinks he's smarter than you, but he's really not. What exactly is Kimmi getting out of this situation? Honestly, I feel like God trying to tell you something. Marceau was like, come on, Reese, you gotta back her up. You know your brother ain't and you know you play the same games with Tisha, stupid. But now you're going to use it against your brother because y'all are always competing with each other. Who can mind their wife the best? Who can get as much out of their wives as humanly possible without having to do as much work? Whoever does wins. Because I feel like everybody can see the truth, but you still going to tell Kimmi that her and Kaya will need to communicate about Monster? Why? But he is your son too. Y'all need to communicate. That's not the problem though. It's obvious that Kimmi and Kiowa don't have a problem communicating. Maurice has a problem listening. Kimmi did what she was supposed to do. She has the most experience raising a boy to a man in this situation. And yet you don't want to listen to her because you think you know better simply because you're a man. But if you have raised him to listen to women, then he would listen to what Kimmi is saying and do what she's asked him to do. But you have not shown him or raised him to respect women. You haven't. He loves his mom. He respects his mom, but that's his mom. And in the way you have raised him up as a man, the example you showed, he's only going to do what he sees you do. He's not going to listen to nothing you say because you talk too fucking much. He's only going to do what he sees you do. You married her so she can take care of your son. Now you're forcing a relationship that you made problematic. You're forcing a relationship between your ex-wife and your current wife so that they can do all the heavy lifting with your son. Always looking for a way to escape responsibility. Always looking for a way to not have to do the heavy lifting in the relationship, in the family, the whole situation. You're always running from responsibility, Maurice, but you want to look like you're not running from responsibility. That's why you're sitting there like a fucking idiot with nothing to offer but your bravado.